Coach, tough loss. What did you think of your team's play tonight?
Yeah, that's a real good hockey team with 3 elite players, and Oak was outstanding. Like, did we make it easy for him? I don't know. We have 40 shots on them, and he made some big saves, and they got a good team. They won last year, and got a bunch of guys still around, and Bell just hits the post there with 3 seconds left in the second period. Like we had our chances, we just didn't capitalize.
Yeah, I thought there was probably maybe 10 minutes in that second period where I thought they were the better team, and I think they scored 3 goals in those 10 minutes. Does it come down to that? Is it as simple as that, or?
Yeah, but I think we need a save. We need a save there for sure, and we were getting the same chances, down the other end, and weren't able to capitalize.
Yeah. So you made the goalie change too. Was that part of the reason?
I think 3 or 4. I mean, it's 4 goals on 15 shots, right? And obviously it worked. It worked against London. It's we believe in both Joey and Froggy, but when you also have to manage the whole team, and when they're playing hard, and there's 4 goals on 15 shots, whatever the goals are. It's not. We got to make a change here, and let's see if we can get some life, and we did, and I thought our third period we played hard. We got a ton of chances, and just weren't able to capitalize.
I mean, you haven't pulled goalies a lot this year,
No.
so to do it in back-to-back games. I mean, are you concerned about the position at this point?
Not concerned, because we have so much. Joey Costanza was easily, until the Christmas break, he was our best player, right? And he's taken a little fall here in a month, but that every goalie does, every player does. And we have a lot of belief in him, and Froggy's had some real good games for us. And like I said, we believe in both of them. So, but sometimes just momentum things that that we as coaches pull guys. And to their credit, like the question was, to their credit, we haven't had to. Right, so we'll get back. Like I said, we believe in both of them.
Home ice has been so good for you, most of the season. Now you've lost 2 of your last 3 here, and one you needed a 3-goal comeback to come back. I mean, is that just baseball? They call it the dog days, but I mean, I don't know if they have dog days in junior hockey.
Yeah, I think we have to understand what this team is too. Like, our expectation level is very high because of what those players have been able to go out and accomplish, and we're still a very young team that's learning how to win and compete, and I don't have any doubt with this team, with how they go about their business and compete. That we've lost against very good teams. There's other good teams than just us, and we found a way to not capitalize on our chances tonight.
When you talk about those young teams, is it the consistency part that's the hardest thing to sort of nail down game in and game out? Yeah,
consistency, but also you look at the London game. We had 4 underages, playing a lot of minutes. London didn't have 1, right? So if you're 16 and you're going up against 19 and 20-year-olds, some nights it's hard, right? And but the work ethic and the commitment to what we're doing here is always there. So proud of the kids.
Quick turnaround, back-to-back, Friday, Saturday. What's going to be the key to making sure that, not necessarily not a repeat of tonight, but just getting back to the London effort, if you will?
I don't think I thought that our kids worked hard tonight. It wasn't a lack of work ethic and commitment. That's a real good team with elite players, and 2 of them were two of their guys, scored goals, and I thought we did a good job competing against it. You're never going to shut those guys down. It's like every team that comes in, let's shut down Protus and Greentree. You got to minimize what they're going to do, and I thought we did that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Hey, Wyatt, how would you categorize that loss? What was the reason for the loss in your mind, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played a really good game. Just like Wally said, we did everything right, and you're not going to win every night. And I think it was just one of those nights where the other team executed better than the other team, and they came out on top. But I think we did a lot of really good things.
How difficult is that team to face, do you think?
Definitely a tough team. A lot of really good players. Their top end skill is really good and tough to defend against. But I think we're just as good as them, if not better. And I think we'll be able to get them next time.
Everybody talks about your defensive play, but talk about your goal tonight. You had people jumping out of their seats.
Yeah, no, it was pretty nice. It felt good to get one in this building, and I don't get many opportunities to do that, so it definitely felt really good.
Where'd you get the moves from?
Where'd I get the what, sir?
The moves.
Oh, I don't know. a little bit of work and practice here and there, but I don't know. It was a nice goal. It felt really good.
You knew you were going to fake the shot and do the deke?
Yeah, I was coming up, and I had a couple different thoughts in my head, but that one just worked. I saw the goalie come out, and I knew I had to make a move.
I mean, you played on that young North Bay team that went to the conference final, and you probably went through some growing pains during that season too. I mean, talk about with a younger team trying to sort of find consistency on a game in, game out basis.
Yeah, no, it's tough, and when you have younger guys, you really want to just kind of share your wisdom and experience with them, and being on a couple teams that have gone on those long runs, I think that's a big thing that I bring here is just experience and just sharing that with them and what it really takes to go all the way.
How's your experience been in Windsor?
That's been awesome. Already a month in now, and it's been great. Everyone's been super welcoming. The guys are great. It's been a really good experience, and I've heard nothing but good things about the organization, and they really have delivered, so it's been great.
When you compare this team to your previous battalion teams that went to the conference finals, how would you compare them?
I think it's very similar. I think we have a lot of really good young talent, which I think is even exciting or more exciting for next year because I think we're going to be just as good, if not better. I've said many times, and it's just really exciting. And we're going to go into next year with a team with a lot of experience after a playoff run this year.
As one of the guys who's had the playoff experience, what message do you give the guys in the room who are kind of new to this whole thing? Yeah,
I mean, just sharing like what it takes, like just not getting down on the little things. I think there's so many things that go into making a championship team, and it's just overcoming adversities. Like games like tonight, we're not going to win every game, but you got to learn to lose and learn to win. And I think that's really one thing I've learned that's really important in the past couple of years.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Captain, were you happy with your team's performance against Saginaw?
Yeah, for me, I thought, we didn't play the worst game of the year. Obviously not our best game also, but, for us, there's just a couple things that, we just got outworked in front of our net and, we didn't execute well. And I think those are, two main things that, led to the loss today.
Yeah, a couple goals that seemed that were pretty easy for them in that second period. Is that what you were talking about defensive breakdowns?
Yeah, I mean, they had two, goals in front of our net and just kind of outworking us. And, those are hard to swallow, especially when we've been working so hard and practice and, doing everything we can to really dial in on our defensive part of our game. So, it kind of sucks to see that. But, I don't think we stopped playing throughout the game, which is, a huge thing. And, We'll take the loss today, and we got to come out Friday and Saturday for sure.
Yeah, what do you take from? What can you learn from this loss, if anything?
Yeah, I think for us, it's we just beat London, who's the best team in our league right now, and these are the games that really matter for us. Are the not as good teams, and I think we're way better than them, and it sucks that we didn't take it out and. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
like some of the passing and things like that just didn't seem sort of as crisp as you guys have been a lot of times this year.
Yeah, again, I think our execution was off tonight. Obviously, I think the puck was bouncing off our sticks, and you know what, that happens some games. It just kind of how the puck goes, and we just got to learn from that and learn to live another day.
I mean, I know there's still a good distance back in standing wise, but I mean, you got Sarnia coming up a couple times. You got these guys coming back in the next couple of weeks. Do you look over your shoulder at all at sort of how that standing's playing out behind you, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have a divisional battle with Saginaw, and we're up a couple points on them right now. But for us, it's again, I think the biggest thing that we do as a team, when we're playing anyone, is just focus on ourselves and what we need to do to get better. And for us, it's obviously our D zone has to be stronger, and I think the points will come when we work on ourselves.